Welcome to r/malicious compliance, where we share stories of people conforming to the letter, but not the spirit of a request. And today we have 3 great stories, so subscribe, hit the like button, and let's begin. The first story, we can't let you invite extra people just to take pictures. The second story, I wrote a detailed report of my actions because my boss ordered me to do so. The third story, I try to help people out buying Japanese cards with no markup. Guy asks for a lot of stock. The first story is, cancel my wedding hair appointment. Sure thing. So I work at a day spa with a full hair salon, and we just opened back up for services due to shutdowns at the beginning of this month. We have strict capacity limits mandated by the government that include not allowing anyone in who doesn't have an appointment. We are currently slammed. Each day we've been booked solid, and hair, between 3 hairstylists, is booked solid until late August, and that's with them opening up for extra days. If we get a cancellation, it fills up same day, sometimes within an hour. So a woman had booked an appointment to get her hair done up for her wedding for this past Saturday, and had also booked her sister in to get her hair done as well. She was lucky to get a spot, as it is, but there had been a cancellation. She called this past Tuesday, and the conversation is as follows. Me: Hi, thanks for calling X Spa. How may I help you? Client: Hi, yes, I have an appointment for my sister and I to get our hair done for my wedding this Saturday. Me: Yes, I see that here. Client: Okay, I need to cancel my sister's hair. Well within our 48 hours notice policy, so whatever. But instead, she and a friend are going to come in at the same time to take pictures of me getting ready. Me: I'm sorry, but unfortunately, we're under strict capacity limits. So anyone who isn't booked for an appointment isn't permitted to come in. As it is, if you were keeping your sister's appointment, which was booked with the same stylist after the bride, you'd have to exit the building before she can come in for her appointment. Client: Are you serious? That's ridiculous. Cancel my appointment as well. Me: Yeah, I'm so sorry. Click, she hung up on me. So I canceled the appointment with lots of notes, and made sure the rest of the desk staff as well as the owners and the stylist were aware of the situation. I'll admit we had a bit of a chuckle at her tantrum because we don't think that she realized how hard it would be to get an appointment for a Saturday at this late notice. Not to mention when every other salon is under the same rules as us. We thought that was that. The appointment booked up the same day. Fast forward to Thursday and I get a call. Client: Hi, do you have any appointments this Saturday for a bridal updo? Me: I'm so sorry, we're booked solid for Saturday. Client: Okay, thank you. As I hung up, I looked at the caller display. It was the client who canceled, calling from her sister's phone. I confirmed the name and phone number in our booking system. Exact same one. I was losing my mind. It seems like they did indeed try to book somewhere else and had no luck, so tried calling us back. Congratulations, you played yourself because you threw an adult temper tantrum the week of your wedding. Edit: Okay, so I remembered she had messaged us over Facebook to ask for a quote for her hair originally, and I decided to see if she had posted pictures to see if she had gotten her hair done. No pictures, but I found a rant post about her having to cancel her hair appointment because we doubled the price out of nowhere, and of course don't allow any pictures. Regarding the price, we gave her a quote for a partial updo, let's say $70, because that was what she described originally, and didn't say it was for her wedding. When I spoke to her over the phone and realized it was for a wedding, I told her that it could go up to $83, depending on what needed to be done, as per the stylist. This covers us if they happen to bring in hair pieces, extensions, flowers, etc. Plus, she didn't book a trial, so we give more time for her to talk with her stylist about what she wants. It was literally $13 more potentially. Definitely not double. Also, I'm sorry, we can't have you bring in extra people just to take pictures. Apparently, no pictures allowed at all. I used to be the manager of a video game store. The year the Nintendo Wii came out, they were the most coveted gift for Christmas. This couple comes in and asks for a Wii. I tell them it's my last one, and they're lucky to get it. The woman asks the price and I tell her $280. Woman: Okay, are you gonna sell it to us for $250 no tax, or are we leaving right now? Me: Sorry, all our prices are set and we can't change them. Then she leaves. 3 minutes later, a mother and daughter walk in and ask for a Wii. I tell them it was my last one, and they got lucky because someone almost bought it. They bought it and the girl had the widest smile. The couple returns. Woman: Okay, we'll take the Wii at your ridiculous price. Me: Sorry, but I sold out about 15 minutes ago. Woman: What? You didn't keep it for us? Me: No, we don't keep the Wii because of the high demand for them. You also told me you wouldn't buy it. The next story is, company got bought out, and my new boss micromanaged me. to the point where she forced me to make an itemized report on my daily routine to determine my importance here. So itemize I did. I worked for my local humane society as the facility manager. It was a great place to work, good-hearted people, dogs and cats to pet, and I ended up meeting my future wife there. As with any job, the people in charge always made selfish or bad choices. The director unfortunately cared more about his reputation and image than the animals. He'd spend more money than what we were making to make the place look nice. We were on the verge of going under. I love that place. I put my blood, sweat, and tears, hell, even my own money to keep it together, even free overtime. It wasn't enough. We got bought out by our rival shelter. Our new director was the queen of all Karens. Her reputation preceded her. She had even proudly boasted that in a year, she had received 500 out of 750 complaints from County Animal Services about her from other employees. Because if people didn't hate you, you weren't doing your job right. I'm smarter than the average bear, and I know how to play the game. She caught on quickly when I started mentioning labor laws when it came to unethical calls she was making. She decided she'd find a way to get rid of me. She wanted to determine my importance there and felt I was overpaid and unnecessary. I could see her plot, and she decided to try and make my life hell, so I'd quit. She started micromanaging me and only me, to the point where she wanted me to tell her everything I was doing before I did it. Lucky for me, I spent 8 years in the military and was used to it, I decided to play her game and follow it to the letter. I would constantly interrupt meetings, phone calls, and entire conversations all day every day, letting her know exactly what I was doing, one task at a time. If she assigned me a task, I would play dumb and ask her to explain it to me, or I would tell her I didn't understand. Please word it differently. This lasted 2 weeks. She then told me to do it via email, as my frequent daily interruptions were unprofessional to her. So I proceeded to give a report via email every day. I thought I had won and didn't have to be micromanaged anymore. She was vague on what she wanted, so I gave windows and estimates of chunks of time I was doing things. This went on for 2 weeks before she said I wasn't showing my worth and that it looked like I was wasting time all day. She demanded I tell her everything I do all day every day, so I said okay and began itemizing every microscopic detail. I mean every detail. Arrived at 7 o'clock, deactivated alarm at 7:01, turned on all lights until 7:05, unlocked doors and grounds till 7:10. This went on and on all day. I even included bathroom breaks. By itemizing and describing everything like she asked for, I was wasting 2 hours every day typing it all out, meaning I was working 6 hours but getting paid for 8. Eventually, after 3 weeks of this, the director of the entire organization called down and told me to stop, as she was required to be on my CC list. I was told to just go back to my Cliff Note version and that it was unnecessary for them to know about my bathroom breaks. I had won. I had proven my worth, played the game, and won. Until COVID, and the mandatory 2-week quarantine happened the next week, and they decided to furlough me. Then they used it as an excuse to fire me altogether in August. Now the place is falling apart, and they're doing unethical things left and right. Sometimes for room, sometimes because they don't want to deal with them. Sometimes because the director doesn't like a dog. It's a terrible place to be, and it's so sad that a place that's supposed to be such a positive environment is now an awful place. I had actually contacted OSHA as well as the fire marshal and someone else I believe. Can't remember now. It's been over a year since I've been on site now. Reported unsafe working conditions and safety hazards to start with just to get the ball rolling, but then COVID. Oh my god, this is horrible. Not what you did, what she did. What a revolting failure of a human being. Many shelters use adoption and spay and neuter programs to reduce their numbers, but not everywhere. I got my dog from a rescue in Florida who came to Georgia to rescue puppies from a shelter. Make a complaint every day that you remember they did something unethical. The number of complaints get their attention. Write to these donors of your experience. You can also pass it on to donors by proxy through the news or social media. If there are celebrities donating to the orphanage, find a way to tell them about it and let them take action. They will either stop donating or do their own investigation because they don't want to be associated with an organization that treats animals this way. Sounds like a shelter in my state that was exposed by staff for abusing animals and staff. They called the mayor, broke the news, and sent out emails to local council members. Good luck. The last story is, ask me to buy $2,600 worth of Pokemon cards? Okay. First of all, I live in Japan, where Pokemon is still very much a huge deal. Cards, merchandise, anything really. Just like the rest of the world, card scalping is a huge thing. Personally, I feel the game is for kids, and do my best to allow kids to enjoy it, etc. I also despise scalpers, and only ask people to pay what I paid with no markup. I recently offered my services to a group on Facebook, and was flooded with people who wanted Japanese cards. Okay, no problem, I can help. So I start helping people when in pops Mr. Ran. Now, Mr. Ran introduced himself to me as a card shop owner who wanted 20 to 50 boxes of the latest set. Retail's around 50 US, secondary market is around 70 US. I say sure, why not, and start searching for boxes in his price range. I found around 20 or so. Ask several times, are you sure this is what you want? Is this price okay for you? I'm going to buy them now. All the while he vehemently says, yes please, I'll pay you once you've bought them. Now call me naive, but I did, to the tune of $2,600. When I told him the final cost with shipping, he immediately said, hey man, do you have references? I haven't seen you in the group before, I want security. I'll give the money to the admins as an escrow, and you'll get it once the product arrives. Now I've actually just spent $2,600 on cards I don't want or need, with money I don't actually have, and now this guy wants to not pay me until they arrive. 2 to 3 week wait. Yeah, nah. So I give him way too much information. My address in Japan, Facebook and Instagram, etc. Not enough. I tell him we actually share common friends on Facebook. Not enough. I tell him names of people who I'm currently selling to. Not enough. I was cold sweating. I'm about to be thrown for $2,600 under the bus by someone who reached out to me, and despite several checks, etc., refuses to back down. I finally said, mate, do you want these or not? No thanks. Too many red flags. Sell to someone else. Right. QMC. I Google his card shop. Turns out it's competing with another shop just down the road. I message the owner. He's also looking for the same cards, and will pay the same price. Again, I'm not selling these at a markup. Selling at resale market price, and tell him the only condition is that he sells the boxes for $5 less than Mr. Ran. Done deal. So now Mr. Ran has to deal with the competing card shop getting 20-something boxes of the latest and most wanted stock and underselling him. All because he wanted to take advantage of someone trying to help him out, by refusing to pay until cards in hand. This would of course mean a situation like, I'm sorry man, boxes were damaged in transit, I'll only pay you money less, etc. If there's any extra to this story, I'll update it. Also, please remember scalping sucks. If you're gonna resell, at least make the price the same you'd be happy to pay. NB, I'm still helping people access this stuff, but I'm asking for money prior to shipping. Got 5 happy customers in a few days now. Edit. I got a DM asking why I wasn't more spiteful and why I didn't go for revenge. Well, I'm not doing this to be well off, so if he didn't want them, I could find someone else. Just moving 20-something boxes within a month just seemed hard. Also, many small businesses are struggling worldwide. I'm not about to make the guy go under purely because of this. I doubt the other guy will stick to his $5 off, but if he does, then I guess that's revenge? Edit 2. For the DMs calling me a scalper trying to make a quick buck, I have the evidence. Just ask, I only ask my fees get covered. Anything extra is up to them. Purely a middleman/access point. Final update. I got a message from Mr. Rand today. Turns out the package arrived and his competitor was true to his word and sold them cheaper. His competitor even went as far as to refuse to sell to Mr. Rand due to the runaround he gave me. They both don't know about this either, so it makes it a lot sweeter. Mr. Rand is a mixture of peeved, apologetic, and upset. He asked if I could help him with the latest stuff out of Japan. 100 yen for what my answer was. I like that. I'd like to see his reaction when he sees the flow of customers coming from the contest cards in his hand. Good for you for getting back at that jerk store owner. I hope his competition sinks him, and so did you draw conclusions for yourself. The OP learned his lesson. Money first before buying anything in bulk. I would recommend in the future for anything over $50, you get half the cost up front, before you buy. Anyone who is serious about buying will be fine. Subscribe, hit the like button, and have a nice day.